Can I do maybe another question?
Sure.
Do you see any relationship between the charge of the inner critic and the unintegrated anger and resolve ability of the individual to manage their own anger? Do you see any relationship?
Well, it sounds like you do.
Yeah.
So what is the connection that you think is there?
Well, I think because I think for me, because very often it's the way in which we are able to channel that energy when we are unable to express it outwards. Sometimes we take it towards ourselves. You know?
In that way, yes. If there's anger that about something in the external world and you feel unable to express that anger, and then you turn it upon yourself.
When you have that default position of never expressing anger.
Yes.
Outwards. So
yes.
it's a way in which somehow the anger finds a way, and it's in the attitude or tones or in which you relate to yourself.
Yes. And I mean, when you look at when you go back to Freud, who introduced the concept of the superego, this was certainly the way he described it, that there is that aggressive impulse, but when you're unable to express it outwardly, you have to express it towards yourself instead. And then it becomes like this inner policing of yourself. Yes. So there's definitely a connection. What I really like, a way I really like to work with that, which is the general way of working with aggression, whether it's directed towards yourself or towards other people, is to connect with the felt sense of it and for a moment leave aside all the stories. So if you tune into the felt sense of aggression, chances are you're going to feel very alive. And when you feel very alive, very expansive, very energized, so you're letting that energy, by tuning into the felt sense, you can let that energy energize you, get you alive, get you, the energy moving in your system. And then you go back and look at the stories. And when you come back from that charged, energized state and look at the stories, chances are you won't feel threatened by them anymore. And then the aggression will have been transformed into capacity, into energy that you can use to engage with the situation. And you generally just get much better ideas for how to engage with the situation. So, yeah. But this is also some of the stuff that we are gonna look at over the weekend, because that's a very, very nice trick to learn. Instead of trying, and again, it's this, everybody have these like aggressive impulses, but instead of looking at it as something bad, something to be controlled, something to be limited, moderated, gotten rid of, something like that. Like sometimes I get people who have been too much into Buddhism. I like Buddhism, but sometimes you get people who have been heard in Buddhism like anger is a mind poison, and then they think they have to get rid of their anger. I like much better to say, no, listen to your anger with kindness. Assume that your anger is trying its hardest to do something amazing for you. And by tuning into the felt sense, then the felt sense can take you on a ride and show you what is the inner state in you that the anger is trying to get you to. Usually it is a state where you feel fundamentally free, expansive, unthreatened, unafraid, courageous. And from that place, you get much better ideas for how to deal with whatever situation that the anger arose in. So, yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, so thank you. Maybe for now it's okay, but thank you so much for offering your time
Yeah.
And we're looking forward to see you here in a month.
Yes, me too.
Take care. Thank
Take
you.
care.
Bye.
Ciao.